Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start here with Jackson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second and 11 now. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Down, 185. Check, 43. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Raider 9. 618. 23 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now on second and 13. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the draw, here's Jackson. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Deuce. Switch. 29. 29.
Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Down. 18 Gator. 54. Here we go.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, Charlie. Watch the twist. Mike's by 4. Check back. Watch General West. Hey, wahoo! Shoot!
From the gun, it's Elway. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun, Elway. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The 60 outlaw. Go. Set the tone, defense. Go. Set. Check 15. Watch the twist. Check. Look at me. Go. Check 13. Go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
What now? 180. You remember me? Let's go, baby. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the pass.
They'll run with Jackson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Slide down. 36. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Down. 180. Check. 43. OP. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Low. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll try to draw Lindsey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Haywood. Wake up. Ready.
From the shotgun, Elway. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Yo, Chief. Hey, alert 3.
Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. From just shy of midfield, Carr going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Keep it tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. 12 Dumbo. No.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. His 2nd sack of the night. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 6. Pull it high. Jim, let's go.
Now Elway. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Elway. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Denver.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Operating from the gun. Elway. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Get it.
2nd and 10, Elway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 11 yards there, 1st down. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check right. Watch it, 5. Squeeze, double. Mike, 55.
Here's Elway to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Here we go.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
On the double. Hey, Sam off. Ready? SOS. Fair. Check the backer. On the ball. Under crunch.
They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From midfield, Elway. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Drop in, X3. 218, chop. Ready.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, Lindsey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Let it. Mike 4. Squeeze. Hey, watch it.
Now they'll throw it with Elway. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tight dog. Check three.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Down. 180. 43. White.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, now Elway has it stripped. The ball is out, and the Raiders have recovered. So the coach putting the blitz on, and remember, that coach, former defender in this league, he loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hey, orbit.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. That's caught by Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the Broncos' 8-yard line.
Right now. Right in. Freeze the mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Down. 185.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
It's going to be a long day.
They run again with Jackson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones.
White Monday. Rush in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Toss play to Jackson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
5. Hey, get in the weight room. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Broncos 14, Raiders nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Carr going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, and all the way Phillip Lindsay, 79 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You want it, You think you won't get this?
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Give me some. Give me some.
They'll run again with Jackson. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Here we go.
On first down, Jackson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
93. 93. Hey, Zoo.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll run on first down. Jackson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
What down? 180. What we got? What we got? What we got?
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Check.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. One final try now for Carr. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.